The Korean language is serious when it comes to honorifics. You might not even know the term honorifics. Honorifics are linguistic expressions that show respect. But of course, you can show respect in English as well by saying please, thank you, and things like that. But the degree to which Koreans go to express, for example, the different age differences and social status differences and your kinship relationships, like how to address your uncle, and how the uncle addresses the nephew. All these things are really, really complicatedly encoded into the language. So I'm going to give you a few simplistic examples. Over here, in English, when you want to say goodnight to your father, the son says, "Good night, Dad." The father responds by saying, "Good night, John." That's it. And linguistically, there's nothing different between what the father says and what the son says. But in Korean, you would say something like 아버지, which means father. 안녕히 means peacefully. 주무세요, sleep. 아버지, 안녕히 주무세요. It's got all kinds of honorifics hidden in many of these words. We don't really say please, but please is actually incorporated into the verb 주무세요. But the father can just simply say 너도 잘 자라. No meaning you, 도 means also, 잘 means well. 자라 is we call it half language, which means it's not an impolite form, but the form that you use with your underlings or somebody younger, or maybe your equal. So 너도 잘 자라. Notice how 아버지 안녕히 주무세요 is so completely different from 너도 잘 자라. Not even a single word is the same. So welcome to the land of honorifics. Let's talk about address reference terms. These are not quite titles, but little suffixes that you add at the end of somebody's name or title to show respect. The first one, the most formal one, is 님, 님, 님. And as you can see from the dash, it's a suffix. It's a suffix that comes at the end of a noun phrase, and it literally means honorable. So if you look at the chart over here, the first one is 김민수, which is somebody's name. 교수 means professor, and then you attach 님 at the end because it's an address term. That means when you're speaking with 김민수, Professor 김민수, you wouldn't be calling him Professor 김민수 in Korean. If you want to get an F, maybe you might want to do that. You want to add a 님 at the end. So 김민수 교수님, 김민수 교수님, like that. Or if it's a teacher, the word is 선생, teacher, 선생, and you can just use the last name or full name and say 김 선생님, 김 선생님. And the 님 is crucial. If you're a student, you're addressing your teachers. The only people who can just say 김 선생 or 김민수 교수 are either their colleagues that are at least their age, or their higher-ups, or their parents. So it would be really rude to drop the 님 in these cases. Or sometimes you don't even say the name and say professor, 님. So 교수님, 교수님. 김민수 교수님, 김민수 교수님, 김민수 교수님. 김 선생님. She is the title that's 교수님, 교수님, 교수님. She is a title that's not as deferential as 님, but it's a polite form. And it is similar to Mr., Mrs., Ms., but blind to gender and marital status. And it's always she. And it's not as deferential as 님, but it 김유진 씨, 김유진 씨, 김유진 씨, 선생님, 유진 씨, 유진 씨, 유진 씨. When you address children, you can just use their names, either full name or just the first name. So if you look at the first line, you'll see 김유진. It sounds like a teacher calling a pupil. 김유진 or 민수, 민수. And you could do it, let's say I guess college classmates can call each other this way. 김유진, 민수. Another way to address children or your classmates, or I guess your mother or father. Way to address children or your classmates, or I guess you're a mother or father and you're addressing your own child, then you can use a vocative ending a or ya. A or ya. Vocative meaning calling. So you call your child or you call your classmate or friend. So if you look at these examples over here, it's 유진아, 유진아, 민수야, 민수야. And the difference between a and ya is based on what kind of sound is the last sound in the name. So 민수 ends with a vowel, so you have to use ya. And this, 유진아, for example, when I was little, I would go to my friend's house, knock on the door, and say, 유진아, 놀자. Almost like a little ditty. And what it meant was, Eugene, let's come out and play. Eugene, let's play. 유진아, 놀자. 놀자 means let's play. But of course, I'm calling my friend Eugene in a rhythmic, almost musical way. And I have such good memories of those days.